Good morning. How's
Good
everybody?
morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday. I love your shirt, Casey. It's so pretty. Can you hear us, Casey? She might not be able to hear us. Are you in your new space yet, Gay?
No, I'm still upstairs. The long arm's downstairs, and I have a class Friday and Saturday all day up downstairs. Very hollow sounding down there. There's no curtains up. There's nothing down there yet. So I'm back still in my room upstairs.
Once you get that fabric bookcase down there, you'll have your soundproofing.
Right. But we still have to paint, but they're going away this week, so that nothing's going to really happen this week. They're headed to Florida this week for 5 days. So.
Okay. Good morning, Dara. How are you?
Call from Reliance Mass Grove.
Can you hear us, Dara?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking to somebody else.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I had my first shot on Saturday, so we're all excited. Like,
wow. How'd it go? No side effects?
Just like your arms. It's like an extra flu shot. That's what it feels like.
Okay.
But the shot itself, totally painless.
Awesome. Wonderful. Did your mom get one, Dara? Because I know you were worried about her.
She's already had both of hers.
Oh, that alone must be such a relief for you.
Yeah. And my son and his fiance were able to get theirs on Saturday too. So we're
good for you.
In a month, then we'll all have had everything.
Shoo. Then are you going to get together?
Well, we see them all the time anyway.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. Good morning, Doreen.
Hello.
Yellow. Here comes Sally. Guess what I got in the mail? Oh, Gay isn't looking, but it might catch her eye. She recommended this, and Kim has a copy, so that's what we're going to use. You don't happen to own it, do you, Dara?
No, I don't have that one.
It's really nice. I'm excited.
I've been quilting since before quilting books.
Really? Wow.
I think so. There weren't many available when I started quilting. The resources were so limited. You used to order your fabric from black and white newspaper print catalogs. You couldn't even see the colors of the fabric you were ordering.
Wow.
You could get, at the beginning of every season, you could pay and get these little sets of fabrics where the sample sizes were 1 inch, and it would be like 100, 200 fabrics in these little sample sets. I still have some of them. I'm making a little tiny quilt top out of them because, like, what are you ever going to do with these 1 inch squares?
Yeah.
But that's how you got your fabric. There were no quilt shops, and I had like a little side business where I made like quilted baby junk and sold it at a craft mall.
Oh my goodness. When do you think, what year would it have been that you visited your first quilt shop and you could actually touch the fabric?
That's a good question. It would have been in the late 80s, early 90s where I lived. A lot of when the fabric stores went to like those national kind of chains or regional chains, they would have a quilting section where it was all the, what we used to call it, like the homespuns and the little tiny, teeny prints. The quilting fabric was really
Calicos.
Yes. And then, God, I think I was probably on vacation one time, the first time I saw an actual quilt shop full of fabric.
Were you excited?
Not really, because it was boring fabric.
Oh.
Yeah, there's not much to pick from.
Yeah, it was like Civil War, colonial.
My sister cut up a quilt. We all were wondering what this gift was that we all of us sisters got at Christmas, and it was just this little pillow, and it was out of the colors, but there just weren't many colors in it. And we're all kind of looked up, Judy, what is this? And she goes, oh, that's our great grandmother's quilt. And they had no colors. It was so interesting to think back then, there was nothing to choose from.
Right.
A lot of grays, blacks, off-whites, that's about it.
So the quilts that were used in the Civil War to kind of as a messaging or communication system, does anybody know, did they have color in them? Or was it
that's a good question.
There were some colors, but they weren't vivid and bright. They were, you have to remember, clothing. They used clothing to make their quilts.
And they used whatever fabric they had. So
Right.
like,
and the dyes of the clothing weren't that like now. They didn't stay.
Right.
I mean, you might buy fabric and it was a brighter color, but by the time it was ready to be made into quilt, the fabric had already faded.
yeah, you didn't start with fresh fabric for a quilt back then. You started with scraps and leftovers and garments. And there's a whole controversy about whether those message quilts were actually real and intentional, or whether that's just history people are adding now because they see patterns and similarities regionally, and so they're coming back and saying, well, maybe it could have been this, or maybe it could have been that. There's like a whole, in the quilting world, it's not settled yet whether that was intentional or whether that was historical.
They also used feed sacks and grain sacks, feed sacks, flour sacks. That's what they used. Anything they could get their hands on.
But wasn't that like more into the 1920s when they started to produce them on purpose for, like when they started to add patterns for people to collect them, for people to want to buy it because of the sack? That was later. That was like, originally people just had whatever cloth they had for their brand.
Right. But nowadays, I mean, now these aren't cottons, these are more linens, but this is going to be a quilt, but it's mostly.
What is the designer of that? Okay, that's stunning.
Oh gosh. I bought it as a bundle. I think most of it is Essex linen.
Nice.
Pretty.
And then we have, but there's your dollar.
Mhm.
But I mean, then we have some brights.
Yeah, let's see them all.
Wow.
This one, that's a linen.
Ooh,
This is a linen.
so pretty. Oh, that's going to go into a quilt.
Yes.
Okay.
Stunning.
Ooh, my.
The peach and the gray is really gorgeous.
Yeah.
Peach grays and browns. That's what we're,
Really pretty.
this one, these are basically all linens.
Ooh. You're going to have one heck of a quilt. Is that for more than one quilt though?
It's going to be quilled and probably a few floor pillows.
Beautiful, Gay. Really, really pretty.
Well, and this is one of the first quilts I made that I never made quilts with patterns. I always was like doing my own thing. And back when I started doing it, people thought I was crazy because you bought a pattern and you made the quilt that went with the pattern. Like to do your own thing, you were like
A rebel.
not sure we even want to let you in this quilt shop when we open this quilt shop. It's
Dara, that's so
I
pretty.
forget what it was like Georgia Bonesteel or somebody wrote a book about Bargello quilts where the pattern went up and down. And that's essentially what I did. I made my own. This quilt has been on the bed in the guest room for so long. You can see, I don't know if you can see that if I hold it to the right place, which I'm
A little
gonna do.
bit higher up. Yeah.
It's coming apart. Like my binding is completely gone. Like I still wash this and use it, but I'm like, I've been about scrap quilts since the very beginning. I don't know.
Put a new binding. put a new binding on.
It wasn't actually bound. I folded the back over and then like folded under again. So I'm gonna have to make a binding for it.
Yeah, I would just put a new one on top.
Yeah. I don't know
This
if
I
I'll,
think
That's
is,
pretty.
if you can see this one, where is, this is what I think we're making.
Ooh.
pretty.
And what is that design called?
Oh, I don't know. I just took a picture of it. It's a very modern quilt. I like modern, but I also like traditional. So this one's going to be a modern because these are pretty much modern fabrics. These are very modern fabrics. So
That's so pretty. And you're going to keep that in your house?
it's going to go on the sofa downstairs. It's a cream colored, so it won't be a white background. It'll definitely have a cream coloration to it, I think. A cream leather couch it's going on.
Really nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Thank you for sharing, ladies. That's awesome. Anything else happening at your place, Dara?
I didn't get to sew much this weekend, but I'm working on this challenge bathrobe plan that I came up with. And
This is
I
with the
did-
chenille?
yeah, where I'm gonna do the chenille. Over the weekend, I cut it out. I took a pattern. This is what I started with. I started with a bomber jacket pattern.
Okay.
I wanted the raglan sleeve because when you do a lot of embellishment on fabric, it's really helpful if your pieces are flat. And with the raglan sleeve, I can sew the side seams and leave the sleeve off completely and have my shoulders open and have that whole big flat thing to work on.
Mm.
And then I don't have to worry about like matching up my side seams and making things look right there where I do the embellishment across the seam lines. So I basted the whole thing together to make sure I was happy with the fit, to make sure that the changes I made to the pattern were right, because of course I put a skirt on it, but I just made it all one piece because I don't want seam lines. I don't want a lot of places where I have to go over lumps because then it won't look consistent. So
Mhm.
that all fits. And now I've been sketching what I want to do with my strips. I don't know if you can see this. This is the back of my piece. I'm going to cut all my fat quarters into like 3/8" bias strip and raw edge, and at the waist it's all going to be lines of them coming together, and then they're going to go down and spread out and make swirls, and on the bottom they're make big swirls, and on the top they're going to make tighter, smaller swirls. But I still have to decide which colors go in which places, because you're going to see some of the color. The green's going to be on there too. I'm going to fill in between the swirls with the green. But then I have to decide, do I want the waist to be primarily red and then have these two other colors going up and down? Or do I want the red up at my face, which isn't a good color for me? Like when I'm eating my oatmeal in the morning, I want to look good in my crazy bathrobe. So I think this one's going on the bottom just because it's weird and it doesn't have a lot of color in it. And I think this one's going on the top, and then everything's gonna overlap in the middle with this weird cut into skinny strips. I don't think it's gonna show
No,
the pattern at all.
no,
But
just color.
the red is definitely still gonna show the pattern. So that's where I'm like right now I'm torn between that. Do I do the red at the waist? Because at the waist, I'm gonna have all these lines of color and not much of green because I'm gonna butt them up. And then I'm gonna put, when it's all done, I'm gonna draw it up so that the waist has shape. So all those like skinny stripes are gonna come together and you're gonna see that at the waist. So that's why I'm like still struggling with which one of these. Do I do the red there? Because it would be more obvious there. It would have more visual impact at the waist. But then that leaves me with this one up at my face, which I'm also not a big fan of.
Lots of decisions.
Of course, I'm going to put the like green in it because the green is a good color on me. So the green is going to be like wrapped up in all the swirls, and I'm just going to like fill in every nook and cranny with like little paisleys, almost like free motion quilting. I'm just going to like fill it all in to make the chenille part of it.
Wow. They are going to freak out when they see this.
Oh no, the
You don't
competition is really strict. And there are people in my sewing guild who win the state fair sewing stuff year
Oh
after
my.
year. year. There are one of the women in my sewing guild. Remember Rachel Clark? We saw that ASG thing she did with all her crazy coats.
Mhm.
One of the women has been in exhibitions with her.
Wow.
Ooh,
Like
No.
you just got to make a good showing. Like you got it. Like you can't just show up there
you
with
gotta
like
step it up.
a couple of zipper pouches that you made out of your quilting cotton. Forget it.
That's an awful lot of pressure.
And this time where the judging is by popular vote.
Wow, that's fun.
Like the board members judge or a committee judges, and this time we're all going to get to vote. So like I'm figuring if nothing else, I'm going to have like a big thing everybody can see, because we're doing it outside like at a picnic shelter, so they'll at least be able to see me. It won't be like they didn't see what I made because it was a tiny little thing.
Oh, wow. When is
Good luck,
this?
Sarah.
When is the event?
It's May 15th.
Okay.
And we're doing this whole thing because some woman who was in ASG in California and was a very prolific quilter moved to our area and never joined our guild, but she recently passed away, and her family donated her entire sewing estate to our guild. So they cut up her quilting fabric into fat quarters and distributed it for this challenge. And then lots of her fabric went to other, like we have lots of charity sewing things that we do in our guild. So her fabric went to lots of things. But then whatever they couldn't donate, those are going to be our prizes. So we're bringing the stuff to the event, and whoever, like the grand prize winner is going to pick first, and then they're going to like let the people pick the different prizes that like kind of like gather together items from her sewing stash.
Wow. Oh, do you know her name? I may have already asked you this.
I don't know her name. I don't think they told us her name yet.
See if you can find out if you talk to anyone from there, at least her first name. Wow, very neat. It's just always interesting to me after someone dies and like, she was very passionate about sewing if she was as good as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And they loved their fabric and space as much as we do. Yeah. And if it's possible to make them happy after they're gone, they must be pleased.
Yeah. I mean, this was her request that the stuff go to an ASG group. So
very nice.
It's just really sad that she wasn't able to join our group. So she must have been ill when she moved here already.
Perhaps. Yeah. Did they say how she died?
No.
Okay. No details.
No.
Okay. Fine. Well, definitely keep us updated on this
I will.
because it sounds totally amazing. How about you, Casey? What's news? You've been working.
Well, I also got my shot over the weekend. Dave and I volunteered at the Findlay Toyota Entertainment Center or whatever here, the local hockey rink, basketball place, whatever. So we volunteered and we were in the call center. So if anybody had any questions, they called this number and we would call them back and help them schedule themselves or reschedule themselves. And it was a rather slow day, so we were able to get our shot around 9:30, and about 1:30 we went home. So
wow, you didn't expect then that you would be able to get it, or you were just
no,
hopeful?
it was part of the volunteer thing, was that if you volunteered for the day, at the end of the day they would give you a shot. So we knew that
Good
we were
for
going to get
you.
one. Yep. So.
Awesome. So that gets you one step closer to your trip.
Yep.
Yay, yay. That's wonderful. How's the house coming? You've been working up there a lot too.
Yeah, not so much this weekend. We're kind of waiting. The next step is drywall. So we did a little bid of tidying up and a few little odds and ends. Oh, my neighbor's irrigation system has been leaking into our yard, which, you'd think, oh, free water, except for the fact that we're a construction site and the water's not where I need it. It's right where I don't need it, because we're going to have to go around with heavy equipment there to, dig some things out later. And it was making everything muddy. So, and I feel badly. The poor guy, his wife is ill, and he's doing the best he can with this irrigation system. So we, every time we see it, we call him. We say, Harvey, the water's running again. So he comes out and turns it off, but I did some earthwork to keep it from going into the place where I don't want it to go. So that was my house project this weekend. But I have had some time to sew. And
Yay,
so
nice.
grab some things. Dave and I have dueling meetings in the morning on Monday, so I'm gonna have to put the headphones back in a minute, but so I had finished that dress with the yellow floral,
Mhm.
and so then I had some leftover, so I made a t-shirt, and it's that rayon, that crinkle
Mhm.
rayon. So I didn't use my usual knit pattern. I used this dress pattern that I've used before and just did a top.
Oh, that's fun. And that's McCall's? Is that what that is?
Oh, this is an oldie. This is McCall's 8017. I think it might still be in the catalog because it is a pretty classic piece, but it's nice because it's got the darts both, up and down, back and front. And so you can put in as many or as few as you like. Plus it also has a side dart. So on the crinkle one, I just put in the side dart and left the rest out. So
Fun. I haven't seen any patterns like that 8 looks in one in my search.
it's basically just a change of the sleeves. And I don't know if they changed it. No, I don't think they even changed the neck. It's just sleeveless, short sleeves, or long sleeves. So, but it is a
How do you wash your crinkle? How do you pre-wash your crinkle? Because I bought the crinkle and I wash it and then it's like this horrible crinkled up thing. How do you then make it showing?
I threw it in the dryer just for a little bit to kind of soften it up. The other thing I do is when I'm cutting it, I pin both salvages together like every 3 inches and kind of shake it out to flatten it out. And this one didn't crinkle up that much. I think the other one did more, even though I think they're probably the same, not manufacturer, but same line. But yeah. So it's just, I think I just threw it in the dryer for a little bit to kind of loosen it up. But so I did that. And then remember the one Dara had, oh, here it is. This one, where Dara had, not Dara, Doreen had this one. So I decided to try and do a muslin out of it. So.
How'd that go?
Oh, cute. Wow, that's snazzy, Casey.
Okay, so I'm looking at the fabric there. Oh, I've got fabric like that. Okay, thank you.
I love that.
So I've never found a wrap that I really thought fit me well, but this one you have to wear something under it because it's such a low thing. So I figure I'll make a little slip. I'll make a little slip to go underneath it of different colors.
Casey,
yeah.
bring it up a little bit. I want to see again. Okay, is that a wrap?
Yes, that one. This is the one that you had the pattern of. That's the.
Yeah, I just haven't looked at it. Okay, but it's a wrap. All right.
Yep,
all right.
it's a wrap, and but it does actually fit pretty well. It doesn't gape too much, which I thought was It was a nice surprise. But you can tell it's an older pattern because it suggested we make the tie out of ribbon, and it's really hard to find, ribbon. At least I find it hard. Joanne's ribbon section is like nothing anymore. So I made it out of self material. I just made my own strap out of it. So that.
And what kind of fabric is that?
It's a knit. But it's like a brushed surface on it. So it feels almost like flannel. It feels almost like a gray flannel.
Well, then from what you're saying, it doesn't seem like that is a real hangy type of fabric. If it's a flannel,
it's a knit, but the surface of it is brushed.
Never
So
mind.
it feels very soft, but it drapes like a knit.
Okay, I forgot you said knit. All right, yeah.
And then I had enough material over to try. I did a pair of leggings because I shortened the dress up, and so I have leggings to go with it. So I don't know if you can really see that.
Wow.
So it's now an ensemble. So
Yeah, you have been super busy. You did that all over the weekend?
Oh, well, I missed Friday because we were going to be up at the house. So I've been kind of working on this. I don't think I've seen you guys since
Tuesday? Okay,
Yeah.
so almost a week.
Yeah.
That's a nice haul there, Casey.
Yeah, but the gray was just, I wanted to try those out again. I hadn't made this legging pattern since, I don't know, probably a good 15 years. And as shift happens, I wanted to make sure it still fit. So, and it does.
Yay.
Surprisingly.
Exciting, exciting, exciting. Okay, let's bump over to Miss Sally. What's happening there, Sally? You got power staying on and heat?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you made anything?
No, I don't make anything on the weekends.
That's right.
I
Is your daughter playing sports this spring?
No. She doesn't play it well because it's spring now.
It is
Actually-
spring. We made
actually,
it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Do they do a different sport now? She hasn't said
Isabel's playing lacrosse right now. Does she play lacrosse?
Oh, I wonder if she wants to do another sport. She hasn't said anything to me about wanting to do another sport, which is really weird. That's strange. Yeah, I guess did she just start?
They actually started in February, but that was just for the new kids. You know, they were doing like the clinics, but they just had their first scrimmage yesterday.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, then she should have started. She should have started last month then. Yeah. So
But
that was.
up in your area, it may be later because it's so much colder.
Yeah,
So
'cause
it might not be too late.
But you know what? She has like a lot of honors classes, and that might be why she hasn't wanted to that might be why she didn't ask to do it, because she's like doing homework till like late at night.
What grade is she again?
She's in 7th grade.
Oh, is she? That's what Isabel's in. I didn't realize they're exactly the same age.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
We don't have honors classes for 7th grade.
No, I'm sorry, not 7th grade, 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
Like she's in 7th grade. No, she'll be in high school next year.
Okay. We do
Yeah.
have it for 8th grade, not
Yeah. So she yeah, she's in like advanced placement for
Mhm.
next year. And so so like last semester when she took the hockey, she was like up until like maybe like 10 at night doing homework afterwards. And so I think she didn't want to do a sport after that because I think it was a little bit too much for her. So I think that's why she didn't ask to do a sport this time.
Maybe so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so like on the weekends, I'm always the baby. And I love my little grandson.
Yeah. He's getting big now. He must be really cruising around.
Yeah, he's like holding on to things, walking now.
That's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Is he talking at all? Saying any words?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sentences or just
No,
a few
no,
words?
just like words like dada, mama, gaga, like little things.
Are
like-
you Gaga?
I don't think so. I was trying to be something.
You don't know what yet? Have you picked?
What'd you say?
Have you picked what your name is going to be?
I was trying to pick a name, but I was trying to pick a name that he was saying.
Oh, all right. Something already.
He was saying Nana, so I was like, maybe I could be Nana.
Uh-huh.
And then he was saying Gaga. I was like, oh, I'll be Gaga.
I think that's cute. Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I asked my daughter. I said, maybe I can be mom. She said, you're not mom. I said, you're my mom. Maybe I can be mom.
Mom.
You know, like, well, I mean, mom is like Canadian. So.
Did
Very few people signed up.
you pick out a dress, Sally?
So that's why we left early. We're supposed to be there till
I
5
like
o'clock.
5 dresses.
Yeah, 1:30.
And
Casey,
then
I just muted you, not to be rude, but just so we could hear. So no worries, just unmute if you want to talk to us. Okay, go ahead, Sally. I can hear you now. Did you pick a dress?
no, I said I picked out like 5 dresses, and I received another dress from an anonymous source.
What? Really? Oh, I know who. Okay. Is that size range? Will it work for you? Because that really is a nice dress. It's very flattering.
Yes, but I'm trying to figure out. Trying to figure out how in the heck I'm going to print it.
I would
Because
pay to print it, Sally. I mean, if it's, within reason for you.
yeah,
It's
because
so nice to have
I
it
was
printed.
looking at it and I was like, oh my God, how the heck it's like 40 pages.
You could send it like to Kinko's or whatever you got and
Yeah.
then just keep it. I'm remaking mine now for the second time and I would definitely make a third one.
I
So
thought you
that
already
makes it
made
worth it.
one.
So far I've made two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
another one.
Yeah, I totally will. It's one of those. It's kind of like a classic style. Like you could put it with a sweater, you could wear it, sleeveless.
Yeah. I want to make the one with the what do you call those little
The
things?
ruffle,
Yeah, that's
that's
what I want to make.
pretty.
But
Yeah.
I don't
What
know.
do you
I've never
call it?
made one, so I don't know if I can actually. Do
Did
you
you
have the
ever-
actual pattern? Do you have it
I
there?
do. Yeah.
No, I mean, do you have it there with you?
Oh no, it's at the studio, but I had
Oh.
it printed on the A5 paper.
Mhm.
It's really nice and thick.
Oh, okay. No, I mean I don't have it, so I was wondering if you had it so you could show them if it was easy.
I'll
If
I'll
it's
have
easy.
it with me tomorrow and I'll hold it up for you
Oh,
and
okay.
show it. Yeah. And I went ahead this time and cut it out since I knew I had the sizing right.
Uh-huh.
Last time I traced it on tissue. So this time I just.
What did you cut it out on?
So last time I just laid tissue or that, what's that wedding stuff, Dara? That
Yeah, the wedding runner or the exam paper is what
Oh.
most people use.
I used the wedding runner for it last time, but to me, it's really hard to see where like the darts are and all of that on that. So this time I just cut it out, but I'll hold it up for you tomorrow. And I think Faye had a question for you, Sally.
What's wedding runner?
Oh.
Wedding runner is you go like at Michael's or sometimes Joann's or online. Wilton, the cake decorating people, sell a 4-foot wide roll. Hang on.
It's
Got one right
really
here.
nice, Faye.
It's meant to go like at an outdoor wedding. It's non-woven fabric. It's 4 feet wide and 100 feet long.
Can you sew on that and
You
actually
can
use it like a
like-
muslin?
Yes, you can. You can use it like a muslin. It doesn't have really good drape, but if you're fitting a bodice with darts or something like that, and usually I get it for half price. It's usually around $30 and you can usually get it for about 15.
And it's called wedding runner.
Wilton Wedding Runner is this one. There are other brands that have plastic on the back of them. You don't want that kind. You want
No.
this flimsy, thin kind.
And it has like little flowers in it. You can't see it real good
They're
on
all
Dara.
different. Sometimes they
Oh,
have
are
like
they?
a scrolly print and sometimes they have little flowers. This must be atrocious on grass with high heels. It must be full of holes. I mean, there's no way this would be an outdoor wedding runner. Maybe indoor, you
Indoors.
can do it, but they sell it as indoor outdoor. But this is great stuff. I bought this roll for $10 because someone had opened it. I do not care that someone had opened it. They hadn't used it, they just opened it.
And I found mine crazy cheap too in the clearance section at Joann's.
That's where I got this
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
For hardly anything. And it seems like it'll last me a lifetime.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
good. Thank you.
Not
Hey,
a lifetime. This is my third roll. If you sew a lot, you go through them.
I don't get as much done as you do.
When I have
I'm
a
at the bottom of the
favorite pattern, I make it like you did. When I have a favorite pattern and the paper's starting to get nasty, I just make it out of this and then save it that way.
Nice.
Hmm.
Okay. So Sally, are you gonna pick a dress and make one? That Lisa dress will be really easy for you.
Yeah, I actually do want to make that. I actually do want to make that dress, but I was trying to figure out if I was gonna try to go and do because my daughter is she's working like every single day for some reason, and so that's the reason I was watching him. Watching both days this weekend, and I was trying to figure out if I was gonna tape them. I was like, oh man, am I gonna tape all these things? And then if I tape them, is it gonna be the correct? Am I gonna do it correctly? So I was like, man, I have to just go and have it printed out. So I have another dress, and I was like, well, I have like 5 different dresses, and I said maybe I'll just do those because they're like the easy ones, but that's not really the one that I want. Because I saw the Lisa dress, and I was like, man, I really want to do that one because it looks so
Mhm.
pretty. Then I have different fabric that I could use for that one. It would look so nice, you know.
And I feel like it does have kind of that vintage feel to it, or
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
classic at the
yeah,
very least. Very ladylike. You could wear it to church.
yeah, I like it. It's pretty.
Okay, fun, fun, fun. Then you got to pick fabric.
Well, I have a lot of different fabric that I had already picked for dresses that I want.
Okay.
So,
I don't know if you were in any of the conversation, Sally, but do you know they got rid of the Hobby Lobby coupon?
yes. Yeah.
Does that make you sad?
It does make me sad. I mean, a lot of times they have sales for 50% off or whatever. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh well.
It'll be interesting to see how they do revenue wise, if it was a good choice or not. Because a lot of times I would only go to use the coupon.
I know. Me too. Me too.
Of course, I would buy extra when I was there. So,
Yeah.
it didn't do me any favors.
Right. People go there because, oh yeah, I have the 40% off coupon, and then they go pick up something else. So I think what's probably going to happen is I think it's going to decrease the revenue. But do you ever notice how packed the parking lot is?
Yeah. And we have people here who come from other states to go
Yeah.
to ours. So,
Really?
So I don't know. I mean, it's pretty. A lot of people go there, so I don't know
they
if it's
do. Yeah.
gonna-
I mean, it didn't stop me from going. It's just, if it's not on sale, I'm less likely to get it. I'll
Yeah.
wait for the sale.
Yeah, I don't usually buy anything. I don't usually buy anything full price from there. So,
It's the same. It's the same as down here. Like we only have a Michaels. We don't have a Hobby Lobby.
mhm,
And Michaels has like a coupon.
mhm.
You know, like what it used to be, 40 or 50% off. Now they're taking it right back, and now it's only a 30% off coupon. They
Oh,
pulled it right back since for probably the last 6 months now. They pulled the coupon right back. Now it's only the most you get off is 30%. But I remember you used to get the low, the lowest was 40, but some weeks it was 50, 55% off. And you'd look forward to thinking that you're at least going to get one item, if you went into Michael's that you could get one item for, and use the coupon for.
Yeah.
But now the most you're getting is 30%.
Mine is doing rewards, like cash rewards, and they're racking up for me.
Is that at Hobby Lobby?
Michael's.
Let's see.
Yeah.
We don't
And
have
it's
that
all
at
just
Michael's.
on my phone. So it's just like cash. Like one time the girls and I went in there and I had $60 in rewards. I didn't even have to pay. They're like, what did you just do?
See, we don't have rewards at our Michael's in Canada.
Oh.
So I don't know what that is. So
I remember they used to have the 50% off the coupons though, because my cousin used to work there. And I remember when I went to where was she? In Georgia. I remember when I went to Georgia for some reason. I just had to go to Michael's when I was in Georgia. Like they're like, you want to go to Michael's? I'm like, yeah, I just need to go to
It's
Michael's.
an addiction. That's what they call that.
Yes. She's like, you want to go to Michael's?
It's like Dara and the Walmarts on the way down. She's like, we have to hit a minimum of 25 Walmarts on this trip.
So I had a 50% off coupon.
And the coupons, right? Yeah. It's our habits.
Oh my gosh. So well,
No,
that was a couple years ago though. But I do remember they had it though, Tammy.
Oh, fun.
now,
fun.
Andrea, do you have to be a rewards member to get your $5 coupon? Because I know here in Indiana you do.
I think so. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because that's
so-
how I get mine.
Yeah, so I just keep it all on my phone. And I was checking out their fabric section, Kim. And so they do have a directory on their website of which stores. So ours isn't scheduled yet to get it, but there are a couple in Virginia. So I may drive and see what that fabric looks like. The home
Yeah.
decor collection is really pretty that they had.
Yeah.
Where's that, Michael's?
Michael's is getting fabric, yeah.
Well, and mine got fabric and it's not great.
It's not great. Even the home decor, did you find it?
It's a small section, and it appears to be mostly stuff that people would use for what do you call it? Those people who go to Comic-Con and make their own costumes.
Oh yeah, that's big.
That's really
popular.
big here because the area I live in is a huge technical company place. So there's lots of people making funny costumes for
No, mine didn't have any of that.
social events. So they seem to be heavy on that. And then they had some quilting cottons and some like utility kind of fabrics, just like basics.
Mhm.
But they didn't have anything that I would make a garment out of.
Okay, let's see. Where were we? Doreen, I think it's your turn. Pretty necklace.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Doreen, did you make that top you're wearing?
What now?
Did you make the top you're wearing?
No, no.
No. Okay. I need the
Um,
pattern for that one.
That's
But I
big.
think, the one I'm making, I have had a few dress patterns hanging around in my area for a while. I've already made one dress, but this guy here is, I'm thinking for style for me. This is not exactly a new pattern, but I'm trying to find styles that, so I'm going to do something like this guy, but elongated out for a dress. So because I'm thinking that's what this guy is here, it does the same type of thing, except it comes in, but and I'm using, it's muslin type because it's been this has been at Joann's forever, but it's this kind of, I keep seeing this at Joann's, so that's what I'm using it out of. So I'm not going to be worried about if it doesn't work, but
I think that's nice fabric. You don't
it
you
hangs
like it?
really nice. That's why I picked it, and I had a lot of it because I think I got it for real cheap. So
Are those words or lines in the background? Are they lines? Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cute.
Yeah, it works, but it's not real heavy. So it's gonna have to be, I mean, I won't be touching it for a while yet because it's kind of cold here yet. Okay, so I finished. I was less concerned about the top as I got it. It's just fine. It's just fine. It's the top. I just got got buttons in it. That's all I did is I just once you
Cute
get it,
fabric.
yeah, once you get it on, it's I'm not gonna button it all, but once I got it on, that's what I had on today, but it was so cold that I couldn't keep it on.
It turned
You know,
out
it's
very
not
cute.
like exciting to me, but it's a shirt and it's got a cute back. I like the back. It's oh, yeah. So yeah, so it's got that. What I didn't expect to see is, oh screw it, I'll put it on. Just give me 2 seconds.
She could change her shirt in 2 seconds and do the buttons. I am impressed. Okay, let's bump over to Gay and chat for a little bit while she's changing her shirt, because she's really back in 1-2 seconds.
Well, it finally turned to spring here. We only have a few little piles of snow left. We had gorgeous weather yesterday.
Oh,
wait, she is back. Hang on 1 second, Gay. You're like Wonder Woman, Doreen.
I told you it wasn't going to take long.
It fits you really nice.
But it's a kind of pattern. It sticks out in the back, but that's just the way it is.
But it's comfy. Like if it's hot, it wouldn't show your back sweat.
It has that little
Well,
booty in the
I
back.
don't have to worry about that here in this state.
We have to worry about it here.
This isn't Florida or Texas. This isn't like that.
Oh, that's
Cute.
really nice.
But I just decided just to leave it alone because once I,
It looks good.
Mhm.
That looks great.
Shirt. And I might make another one because I think what I don't like so much is the sleeves. I think it's gonna be cuter just without the sleeve. But
Oh,
no,
it would be cute sleeveless too.
I'm
That
throwing
or just a shorter
Added
sleeve.
Something that drapes more, some like a challis or something that like
Yeah.
lies against your body more. That would be a good cut for that too.
Yeah, I think this kind of just.
Have
Wait.
you washed it since you've sewn it? Because it might relax a little bit.
You know, I wonder if I could put. Oh, that
Fabric
was,
softener?
no, I think I just need a different type of a. Making it out as something that will hang a
Yeah.
little bit more than cotton. That might, yeah, I'll try it again. Yeah.
You could make a pleat on the sleeve, like the back
Yeah,
of your
I
shirt.
have done that in the past. I
and
just
that would
decided to, I kind of decided to just be
Let
done.
it be.
Because it's
Yeah.
not a big deal with it. And like you said, I can just make something with the different sleeve and I'll be fine.
You might want to try shortening up the sleeve a little bit, just because it seems like it's hanging long on your arm. And go with a cute, yeah, something a little bit shorter.
Yeah,
That
you
changes
got
the
good
look.
arms, wear shorter sleeves.
Yeah.
You thinking I should that would
Just-
help?
Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
yes, definitely, yes.
because
Shorter
the way it was
sleeve.
cutting on your arm, it's not a three-quarter, it's too long for your arm.
And it's more youthful that way too.
Is that one of those shirts that you could do like a little kind of poofy sleeve?
No,
No.
but I mean, I'm not gonna do that with this one. I mean, I got this far with it, but I think it's easy to bring it up.
Definitely
Much
shorter.
better.
I like
Definitely
it better with
shorter.
the sleeves shorter.
I don't think so, but if you guys think so, I'll do it.
Yes. It doesn't look as bulky in the sleeve when it's
Doreen,
shorter.
you have nice arms and I demand that you show them. I will never show my arms, but
Yeah, I'm envious because I
Yes.
live in Florida. I wish I could show mine.
Like she's putting up her muscles.
I've been exercising my arms more, so they're a little stronger. So that's why I was going.
Good for you, Dory.
Okay, so I finished this. I'm having more fun figuring out the dresses because when I was at work, every day I was either in a dress or in a tunic. That's every day. And so I'm going through all the patterns and I'm going either keep the pattern and use it or get rid of it. You know, it's been in, so this guy here, it's an older pattern, but I love it. See, it's got that. And then the line drawing, I'll show you the line. I just love how it goes in the
Mhm.
back.
That is beautiful.
So I made it and I just love it on me. It fits so, it's got this kind of goes over the shoulder, over the, a little bit.
Awesome choice in fabric too.
Oh, it's just, I love it. It hangs beautifully on me. And then the little peekaboo thing here.
Oh, that tie is awfully fun.
Yeah, that's cute.
What's the number of that? Is that butter? Is that a butter pattern?
No, it's a see and sew. So you probably have to go into Etsy or something.
Seam and sew?
See and sew.
See and sew.
See and sew, and it's B5837.
Because it looks like the one I just bought.
I bet you can.
Really? Let's see. Okay.
You
do
know, it
have
could be repeating itself because
See this? That looks like the same dress.
Cute, cute. What's the back of yours look like? Does it have that nice, long, wonderful tie?
Yes, in the back.
Well, it does. So what's your pattern number? Because that would be
And
the,
this is Butterick, which makes C
Oh,
and sew. And
then,
it's
yeah.
54.56.
very
I love
nice.
that
But
back.
that is the same dress.
So this guy only took me a little bit of time because of the lining, and I'm not used to lining, but I'm lining this sucker because in the end, it is, I have to just get used to lining more because I love the end look of lining. I just,
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
so clean and nice, and there's no, love it.
It's really
So-
beautiful, Doreen.
Yeah. Oh, and what I did on the bottom is I did the high-low type of thing
Oh,
on the bottom.
Oh, nice.
Just did that just to give it a little bit more of a modern look on the bottom.
Yeah.
do you have it, Kim?
No.
Oh,
What did you ask, Kimberly?
does she? Kimberly, her name is Kim.
I do. Don't you call her Kimberly, which is you?
That's only for me.
It's only for you.
I asked her, does she have the pattern? She has every pattern.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have it, Kim.
Mm-mm.
Not
No.
in the collection. What's even more impressive is Kim knows what she has.
Yes.
That's it.
So because the one thing I spent a lot of time with is just looking at indie patterns, looking at just tons of patterns, just to get a style that I like. So Dara, you're thinking that this guy here is a good style for me.
That zip up
Yes.
is
Oh, yeah.
cute.
Because yeah, this was I got this online.
And are those like little kind of ribbons on the pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a great
But
way.
what I don't know how to do easily is putting in the zipper without having like a seam or something. I'm used to having something cutting it off.
Oh, you just do it like a regular faced opening, the same way you would do a welt pocket where it's just like finished. Like you literally just sew a facing to the back of it. It's easier than it looks. You measure the width of your zipper and the length.
Oh, you're saying like a facing.
Yeah, and you just cut down there and you make a complete facing. So now it's finished on the front and the back, and you lay that zipper onto it. So the zipper is behind
Hang on a second. Repeat what you just said. Just repeat it.
You would mark your front of your pattern. You're going to measure your zipper, how long you want it to be. So you just mark the front of your pattern where you want the zipper to go, and make that little tiny rectangle like you would on a placket or any kind of thing like that. And then you take a separate piece of fabric and you sew it. And then when you turn it inside out, you wind up with a finished edge that goes around where your zipper is going to go. And then you lay your zipper behind it and you just top stitch it in there.
Couldn't you put your zipper? Oh, I guess I gotta do it because I'm not following.
If you go online and Google like YouTube videos for how to do an exposed zipper, it'll show you. You'll find lots of people doing it.
Okay. Because I do like this myself. I was just uncomfortable with doing the zipper nicely. You know, I mean,
it's easier than it seems like it's gonna be. The harder part is finding the nice zippers.
Oh, your Joann's doesn't have much, huh?
They don't have that kind of like shiny lightweight. You have to go to Etsy, or
I have them.
Sometimes you can find them on eBay.
I got them at Joann's.
Yeah, our Joann's has those decorative exposed zippers.
Mine doesn't.
Mine does, yeah.
And I've even got the little things to attach on the thing. I've got
Oh, the zipper pull, yeah.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Yep, good.
Okay, Miss
Moving
Kay,
on.
it's your turn. You were telling us about the weather. Spring has arrived?
It has. I actually hung clothes yesterday, stripped my bed and I washed it and put everything out, and it was dry within like an hour and a half. It was gorgeous yesterday. It's going to be gorgeous today too. So I think spring is here.
Good.
So anyway, last Wednesday, my block of the week came out from my Home Is quilt, and you've seen those blocks. And I thought, okay, I looked at it and okay. I said, oh, and I looked, and this is what we ended up with.
Spring.
That's cute.
Really
No
cute.
quilting, only applique. So this is basically, I very rarely applique, but so this is an all applique block.
And do you machine stitch
Yes,
around
it's,
the edge? And you can turn that and everything, huh?
that's yeah, it's an applique stitch on my machine.
Your
So-
regular sewing machine.
My regular Bernina has an applique stitch.
And no interfacing or anything on the back of that?
No, totally clear.
Oh.
But
It's-
I use the,
you need to get that. Kate?
use the, I just silenced it. The pressing of the adhesive, I don't know what I mean, I very rarely,
Seam or something
heat
it's called.
and bond or whatever, I don't know
Yeah.
which one it was. It was one of them that they recommended,
So
so,
when that is worked into a quilt though, and then quilted, then it's even more
mhm. Yeah.
secure. So that's why that works.
So, and then the other thing I did is I haven't worked on my Harry Potter because I just haven't had enough time. But I don't know if I've changed you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I can show you.
Caser.
We have,
Ooh,
those are 4 quilt blocks that I did over the weekend.
I love Log Cabin.
nice.
So that's what I did there. And I did finish my Passiflora, that modern quilt. I did put the final border around it
Uh-huh.
and it's ready to be put on the long arm, but the long arm is downstairs in the room that has nothing in it. So if I try to do the long arm in there, it's going to make a racket throughout the house. So it's going to wait till the room is ready. But the man came and I did service my machine. And like I said, I took 10 hours worth of long arm classes between Friday and Saturday over a Zoom. And there were like, I think 9 participants. So there was a lot of questions and answers and some new skills that I didn't know. So I will be able to do a few more things with my long arm.
That's exciting. And that was part of having him come to service, or you just decided?
No,
it
I
was
had to have it serviced because it's supposed to be serviced like your regular sewing machine, at least once a year and cleaned thoroughly. And I knew that with COVID that it wasn't going to get cleaned. So I was trying to be very diligent about trying to clean the wheels and all that. And when he was surprised that it was as clean as it was, I mean, there was some threads in there and stuff like that. But I had done over 5 million stitches in 2 years that I've owned that machine.
That's
So that's a lot of stitching that I had done. So it's been cleaned, it's been serviced. And then, like I said, we had the class. So, we didn't use the machines during class. You can do it on simulation mode. So you just you unlock your motors and you put it on simulate and it will do the entire, whatever you're learning, it'll make believe it's doing it on your screen. So it's really neat.
Your machine does that, or this class could do it?
No, my machine does this.
Oh, that is neat. Fun.
So
Wow.
you can practice something before you actually do it, which is really good.
That
You
is.
can actually kind of see beforehand what it's going to look like before you do it.
Wow. Pretty, pretty. Does it take a picture of the quilt so you really have a true visual, or?
No, what you do is you have your quilt on there and then you can actually trace out what block you want to do something in and you mark your points and you can actually put your block in and you can divide it into which area of the quilt which area of the block you want whatever in there, and then you can do it and it shows you what it's going to look like on the screen, that particular block, because you've already given it what the block looks like. So
Wow. High tech fun.
there is there's probably more that I could probably get the quilt up there somehow, but I don't know how to do that part yet. I mean, I've only had my machine 2 years. These people have had theirs 6, 8, 10 years. And I mean, it's incredible what they can do, but.
We can always keep learning, right?
Mm-hmm. So.
Never ends. Wow. Lovely. Thank you so much, Gay. Tammy, what's news in Canada?
I haven't been doing any sewing, but I've been making a new album.
You got it right there?
I just got the bones of it.
That's what the bones look like.
And this is going to be like the type of material or type of paper that going over.
That would make nice fabric too.
And I'm sitting here making flowers as we're talking here.
Oh, those are
cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
pretty.
they start off like this, and this is what they look like when I'm.
So pretty.
Yeah.
What are
Sally
you
can
doing it
put
for,
up
Tammy?
one of those flowers on her.
What's that?
What are you doing it for?
I'm going to be putting them on. Like I'll be decorating the front of this album up, and they'll be going like on the front, decorating it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever sew paper, Tammy?
Yeah. Yeah. I use my other sewing machine for that. My Singer that I had for 20 years, and that's what I use my Singer for, is to sew the paper.
I like sewing paper.
Yeah, so I've been busy trying to get this album done.
Nice. And I saw your video with your granddaughter. She was having a blast.
I
so cute.
We haven't got to see each other in only once since Christmas. So we took her out the other day, and she got spoiled.
Yes, she did.
But oh my gosh, I just loved seeing her, and Grampy loved seeing her.
Yeah.
She had a lot of fun, and I needed like a whole day of rest the next day.
Oh, did you? That's what happens to my mom after she hangs with the
Oh
kids.
my gosh. She wore me out. Like we picked her up at 12:30, and she is just like a firecracker.
She's adorable.
And she loves the camera.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah.
Fun.
Those 2 little short videos that I did, she's so comical. She was like, please like and subscribe to my nanny.
I liked when she was warning us about the fog.
Oh, going across the bridge and stuff. Yeah.
It's really foggy here.
Yeah, she's comical.
Oh, she's a precious.
But
I'm so glad you got to see her. Do you guys just have such a low rate of COVID that you can go places and do stuff, or?
Yeah, it's pretty low over here. We only have like 1 or 2 new cases.
Wow, that is low.
What part of Canada are you in?
Nova Scotia.
Because I saw some people with masks, but then not.
There's nobody that runs around here with no masks on.
Okay.
You'd be tarred and feathered in the middle of the square if anybody seen you with a mask.
Be?
Oh yeah.
That's brutal.
But no, you have to wear a mask around here. You can't just go. I mean, we can't even go out in our hallway of the condo without a mask on.
Okay.
You can't go down to check the mail without a mask.
Okay.
So it's just that, and I'm glad that they do it that way, because that's why we have such a low,
rate
numbers. So, but the cute little thing that she did the other day is she went into Claire's, my granddaughter, and my husband took her in there, and she said she seen something. She said, "Oh, I'm going to get this for me and Nanny." And she kept it in her purse all day, and all she said is, I'm not going to she said, Nanny, I got a surprise for you, but I'm not going to tell you what it is until later. So I was like, all day, I was like, okay. So when we got home, she comes over and she says, Nanny, close your eyes. I was like, okay. So she comes over and she puts this necklace around my neck, and it had the little heart, you know, the ones that break in half and say best friends.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 years old, she comes over and she says, Nanny, you're my best friend.
Oh.
She says, it's magnetic. So when we're together again, our hearts are one. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so precious.
Oh my goodness, Tammy. Oh,
She's
wow.
so cute. Oh,
Missed you.
I mean, how can you not love that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good stuff.
So
Good.
cute.
Yay. Wonderful. Okay. How about you, Kim? Where's the bacon? I absolutely love bacon, Kim. Like, if I were sentenced on death row, I would only want bacon. Like, so.
That's funny.
I'm not eating bacon. I worked a little on the dress, not a whole lot. I got my first shot on Wednesday.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Almost
Have you ever
everybody's,
gotten a shot?
almost everybody's had it now, huh?
Yeah.
Not Doreen? You
Not
had
me.
any problems, Kim? Do you
Oh,
feel
you did.
great?
No, I didn't even know she had stuck me. That I was waiting.
Good
I
for
was waiting for her
you.
to stick me. Only thing I felt was the Band-Aid.
Wow. Yay.
Where are they,
You.
which manufacturer are they using? Pfizer, Moderna?
I got Pfizer.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Me
Yeah,
too.
that's what I got.
Oh, so you guys have
Um,
to go back.
Awesome. Did your husband too, Kim? Was he able?
He's already gotten his first one. He gets his second one on Friday.
Oh,
Is
wonderful.
anybody getting sick or any after effects from it?
No.
I
No,
didn't.
not like just like a flu shot, like the normal like you get from a flu shot, where you just don't feel great for a day.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't get
even have
anything. I
that.
went grocery shopping.
I didn't
Good.
even have that.
Good.
I had one sister that got a bit sick afterwards, but that's, I mean, I've got all of it. I get a bunch of females in our family, so it's only one. But yeah.
Oh,
No, I was running around, so I didn't feel a thing.
Oh, she said she felt very, she was very fatigued for a couple of days, very fatigued.
Yeah, I had it.
They say the younger people to have more of a reaction to the second shot than they do to the first one. I know my son and daughter-in-law had much more reaction. We had nothing, my husband and I, nothing.
That's what I had, and I'm not one of the younger people, but I felt like I had a cold the day after the second shot, and then I was fatigued for a couple of weeks.
Not me.
In
No.
fact, when I went out to do my walk, I was at the point I said, God, am I gonna make it home?
Wow.
So I was, just knock me, I'm fine, but this too shall pass, that's over and done with.
Yep, it's all done. Yeah.
Worth it.
Yep.
But I stopped in Joanne the other day and got a couple of patterns for some blouses. And I got this one.
cute. Which one
I,
do you
really,
like?
I like this one with the sleeves and the pockets how they hang. And then I like the ruffle on that one, how it hangs down.
I can't really see, hang on a second.
What's the other option, Kim? Hold it up a little bit more. What's the difference between the A and the B?
Is A open in the middle?
Oh, it has the ruffle and the
Yeah,
long
the ruffle. Yeah.
Looks
What's
like
the
A is
pattern number
open.
on that?
6215.
And
And it's
how
what?
are those pockets? They hang down below the hem, huh?
I don't know. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I like
Oh,
that.
yeah, I
So,
see that. Yeah.
Did you get that on sale somewhere?
yeah, Joanne had them
Joanne.
this weekend.
Oh
It's
my
cute
goodness.
in the check too. What kind of fabric would you pick?
It's just it looks like a linen, gauze, chambray.
Another clever use of ties there. That's
Yeah.
really flattering.
This is similar to one of those that was in that fiber mode book. and that's why I picked it up, because I thought, okay, I don't have to buy the book. So
Yeah, boy, if you could find a stripe like that too, those stripes are just hard to
I
come
really kind of like that.
by. Mhm.
So I
Really,
got that.
really pretty. What's the
And then I
back
got
look like?
the back, the line
Like the
drawings.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so you could put the tie in the back if you wanted.
Uh-huh.
Ah, that's
Yep.
fun.
Then I got this one for these sleeves.
Oh.
For
Yeah.
the sleeves, you say you like
Yeah, I love the sleeves on that.
the poofy one?
Yeah, the sleeves are big this year. So
Yeah,
I
they
like that.
are. They're huge.
Also pretty. That's fun.
Yeah. So I like that one. Then I got this one for this.
Oh.
Wow, you found a lot of interesting elements. And how do you find them, Kim? Do you look ahead of time so you know what you're looking
Yes.
for?
Yeah. I always get on the website and look at them up front.
I like the plaid one up on top right. Is that got
This one.
two? Is that, how is that? I can't really tell. I don't have my eyes in.
Two pleats.
What's the number on that so I can look at it hard?
6099.
6099. Okay, thanks. Okay.
Yeah. So that was mine. And all I did was basically I looked at videos under Friday Sews. That was so interesting.
Friday
Because
Sews is the place.
Friday Sews. It's called Friday Sews. Some lady named Jen Sewing Room, I guess she had all these new people get on and introduce themselves. And it was just a mirage of folks. And I mean,
Like
half
on
of
a
them.
Zoom? They were
Yeah,
on a
no, they came on their YouTube channels and they just introduced themselves and talked about the different sewing machines. They had 10 questions they had to answer, and they talked about the different machines they use. And it was quite interesting to see some of the people you'll never look at again, because some of them were just boring as everything, but some of them were quite interesting. So, and some of them I'd never heard of, because some of them had just started doing this, but it was quite interesting to see. So I looked at them. I know I looked at least 10 of these women. So
So
but
there's like, how many women are there on this one? Is there a lot of them?
it's way more than just the 10 I looked at.
Oh,
It was
okay.
way more. Yeah.
It's called
Because
Friday Sews.
Fridays, just pull up Friday Sews and you'd be shocked how many people do just Friday Sews.
Okay. Huh. All right.
But yeah, it was interesting. So, but I mean, if you're not doing anything or you're just sewing and you just want to just look at something while you're sewing.
That's what I've been doing. I've been having all that stuff on in the background while I'm in here.
Yeah. So that's what I did.
That's fun. Awesome. Do you think your daughter will be able to get a vaccination too, or?
We're down to the age of 40 now, so it's getting close.
Wow.
In Minnesota, we are
They're
still
way ahead.
we're still at 8 for I have to wait. Oh yeah, that's the big news. We looked to verify it and Dave goes, yes, it's still May for anybody under 65.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yep. And Dave is going, I told you, it's still that age.
And you're
But-
to 40.
Yeah, we're at 40. We went
No.
to 40 today.
That's
Well,
Minnesota.
Big
We're
difference.
anybody over 16 who has a health condition.
Yep.
So I was able to get mine because I have high blood pressure. There's a really long list of health conditions that you can get
And
your
that,
shot.
what you just said, Dara, I had talked to my friend, she's in the medical area, so she kind of is, listening more about what's going on. And she said, Doreen, don't be so uptight about this. Don't be so truthful about it. Your medical condition could be your pain pump. Because I got a pain pump for my hand. She goes,
Oh,
you can use anything, because very few people have pain pumps. So that her husband used almost some little thing that he said, I've got a condition. They didn't ask. He got
They don't
his,
ask here.
Yep.
They don't ask you what your condition is.
Right.
They just whether you're an essential worker or they're just keeping track of why people are getting their shot.
But
Like
they
my
don't,
husband has asthma, so he was allowed to have his shot. Like
So it's just the honor system then.
Right,
Yeah.
well,
it is here.
and my husband got an email on Friday night. He came down and he goes, "You don't believe it. I just got an email. I can get my shot." He's my same age. Because he's got
Well,
one
maybe yours
condition.
is coming. Maybe yours will be coming.
Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I might just go ahead and start calling.
Yeah,
Because if people are just doing it, I'm gonna just see if you got an open, I could go in and do it. I'm just gonna.
Well, I
kinda-
think a pain pump is a condition, though. I mean, the
How many
majority of the
when you're high blood
Yeah.
pressure, they're not gonna check your blood
No,
pressure.
they're not gonna check.
You know,
and after all this, Doreen, you might have high blood pressure.
With
So
my,
If you have a pain pump, you actually do have a medical condition. The diagnosis that gave you that you got the pain pump is a medical diagnosis.
So you're
Right.
good. You don't even have to lie. You're in.
just go in with your husband and get it done.
well, I have like MS and I have compromised immune system and everything,
Well, that's-
and
You're in.
I'm not even getting mine till at least the summer.
Wow.
But you're in Canada. You got different rules up there.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
every
like-
state has
It
different.
doesn't make me any less
Comfortable.
getting it to people in the US. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we got 50
I
different
want it
opinions
done.
in the US, 50 states doing it their own way.
Different.
We're
Yeah.
we're down to 50, I think, in Florida, and next week we're going to 40.
Well, I think in Massachusetts, where I think we've got 25% of our population, at least with one shot now.
Good.
In
We only have
Massachusetts.
10% here. 10%.
my son,
25.
my
I
son's
think it's
9 years
10%.
old and got his shot.
I think we'd be lucky if we have 10% of Canada across Canada, 10% is vaccinated.
When they
Yeah.
just said the end of last week that the US is giving some of their allotment for one of the, I think it's AstraZeneca, which I think is a one shot. They're splitting it between Mexico and Canada. So you guys can like get more of your people vaccinated.
That's nice.
Good.
I think they're giving them like 4 million doses or something. It's a huge number.
Mhm.
Well, we're gonna
Well-
be in flux. The whole US, this country is gonna have a ton more coming in just a short while.
And AstraZeneca is not approved by our FDA yet, so it really behooves us to give it to somebody else
Yeah.
at this point.
Approved
I mean,
it.
it just,
Yep. Yep. I'm gonna go
My
get it.
son is
It's not approved, so give it to us.
Aw. My son is a biochemist for Merck, and they're gonna partner and start helping to produce it as well. So we will have every major pharmaceutical making it soon.
well, Europe is using AstraZeneca, and they had that little dust up about the blood clots, but then they found
Right.
it's no more than in fact, it's less than in the general population. So
Right.
it's not, so it's just the US hasn't gotten around, hasn't gone through their wickets, but all of Europe is using it without major consequence. So it's better than having it sit in a warehouse someplace here.
For sure.
Mhm.
Anything else, Kim? Nope. Well, I'm really happy for you. Faye, you're feeling better. You're getting your spunk back.
Yeah, you can see that, huh?
I can see your spunk coming back.
Well, I went to Joann's for the pattern sale on Saturday as well, and looking for dress patterns. I just tore apart the other shirt so I can make a pattern. I finished taking it apart yesterday, but then I wanted to watch a movie last night, so I didn't. So I showed you this one already. That's
Gorgeous.
just like Dara's. I haven't decided. Then I saw this new look pattern. That wasn't on
Ooh.
sale.
Bring it up closer.
But new look is only $4 anyway, so.
Yep.
That's cute.
I was looking
too.
at this one.
That's the one I like. Yeah.
I don't know if it'll flatter me or not,
Why not?
because I'm chubby in the middle. And
Yeah, but it might flow over it.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Oh, it
Yeah.
only has a little sketch for the, it's just basically an empire waist,
Yeah.
like a
That'll feel
peasant.
right- that'll feel comfy.
Well, I wanted something cool and comfy. And then this one was interesting. This view here.
I-
But
is
I
it a
would do
wrap?
it with,
It's a
pardon?
wrap? It's a wrap too?
It's a wrap.
With a ruffle. It's a wrap and a ruffle.
Yeah, I wouldn't put the ruffle on the chest because I got enough chest. I don't need help there. I got enough for the other two. And this is the back. And the interesting
Yeah.
thing, when I looked up this number on the computer, I got YouTube as well. An English woman with red hair. I forget what the. She
Oh, I
has
think
a
I've
four-
watched her.
She's got a 4-part video on making this, and she does the ruffle different. She does it as 2 layers. Instead of hemming 1 layer, she does it so it's finished all around.
Mhm.
So anyway, I don't know, that looks so Florida, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
You know, the pair of
It's really
sandals.
pretty. I also think it looks so fey.
Does it? I may try that. Then I got this, I don't know, probably look like a sack of potatoes in it.
Is it a jumper?
It can be either way, a jumper or
The
a mask.
jumpers are in all the stores right now.
Jumpers are no good at my age when you have to go to the bathroom.
That's what I wonder about them.
I used to wear them in my youth, but now,
You
They're
need
no
one.
good for when you're potty training a toddler either.
No,
I
it
made
takes,
that one in the fall that just has, it's like a crisscross wrap. It's a full, it goes like on both sides. So there's no issue. And then there's one snap and it's knit. So you can pop that snap and have it off as quick as pants.
anyway, especially if you're in a public bathroom, you're trying to hold it all up. And that's
But you don't want to dip your sleeves. Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, terrible.
And I had bought a couple of patterns, a couple of fabrics at Joann's to make the shirt. I'll show you tomorrow. And I had 2 yards of it for the shirt, and then they had a doorbuster on more of it. So I got it for half price. I bought 3 more yards, so I have plenty for a dress.
Oh, fun. Wonderful. Very nice.
That's my exciting sewing right now.
That's very exciting.
I
Okay.
am interested in that dress. It's different. I've never owned anything like that. And it looks like fun. And the length, I think, would be perfect. It'll come out maxi on me.
Maybe, well, you probably won't have it done in time for Easter. I know you were looking for an
I don't
Easter
celebrate
dress.
Easter. I celebrate Passover.
Oh, okay.
And that's
Okay.
this Friday. And I was going to have my skirt done. Well, I marked it with that stupid self marker, but it's got, you know, it's a very full skirt. And it wasn't coming out good. So I'm getting together with my sewing buddies down here Thursday. Anyway, we got somebody that's going to do pant fitting on all of us. She's a designer.
Ooh.
So they said, bring it. And one of us will help you pin it up.
So it may be done.
If they'll mark the hem Friday's Passover, Friday morning, I'll put the hem in.
Oh boy, that's,
I've all done that at the last minute.
that's right under the wire.
All that's left is the hem.
Okay. Perfect. Do you have a backup outfit?
Oh yeah, I'll just wear some of my other clothes.
Okay.
No, it's not going to be a big deal.
Are you cooking for Passover? Do you have a full day or no?
No, the thing is, my niece who's holding the Seder, she keeps kosher. And you've got to do special
So, yeah,
things.
you don't want to.
You got to get all the grain out of your house and all that.
I prefer to do it.
So I went to the kosher grocery and bought 3 desserts, brought them to her house. They're not even stored in mine. They're pure enough for the holiday. So
And your whole family's down there in Florida, Faye?
no, I have a sister who's in Fort Myers. It's not coming. This is a niece I have in Hollywood who's only 5 years younger than me. Her father and my husband were brothers, and not that, and they were far apart in age. And then her mother, who just turned 93, and her son, and one of her boyfriends, and his daughter.
So she calls you Aunt Faye?
No, she just calls me Faye.
Oh, okay. Fun, fun, fun.
Her kids call me Aunt Faye, because I don't know whether I'm a grandaunt or whatever you call it as you go down the chain.
That's nice. That'd be a wonderful day for you.
People use scissors versus the rotary.
Rotary.
I love my rotary cutter, but I
Rotary.
use scissors too, though.
When I'm cutting a pattern, I have the small rotary, I think it's 10 millimeter, the small rotary cutter.
Mm-hmm.
And other than nipping places like corners where they come together, it's easier on arthritic hands.
Yeah.
And I cut better.
This one?
Yeah, the little guy.
I almost don't use my scissors hardly at all. It's just nice.
Yeah, this is my favorite one.
Yeah, but you're a quilter.
Yeah.
But I use this one too, though. I do use this one.
Mm-hmm.
There's one smaller than that. That's just right for patterns.
Yeah, the 10 millimeter.
I think it's
This
an
one.
8 millimeter.
Well, I got the 10 and it works well.
It's tiny. It's teeny tiny. You can do your arm size and even do your notches and everything.
Huh.
But mine seems to be missing.
So she's saying the smaller one may be better for patterns.
Yeah, this one.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You have better control, I think.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm cutting for applique, this is what I use.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get into, yeah, okay.
All right. Anything else, Faye? We see the kitty coming for some attention.
Which one? Oh, Sheba. over
Big
there.
one.
Oh, that's my she'll be 17 in May, my Siamese.
Wow. Oh, I love her tail. She looks like a raccoon got in your house.
No, she doesn't have a big tail like a raccoon. I have raccoons outside.
Oh, you have real raccoons.
I have 3 strays that I feed out there.
You do?
And I have 3 monsters in here. But the raccoons like to come steal the cat food and I chase them away. It gives me extra exercise.
They're not dangerous for you? Oh, yeah, that's tiny one.
This is 18 millimeters. And this is the
18?
18 millimeters. And this is, I think, Alpha brand.
Did you have to get that online?
No, I was able to buy this in a fabric store. But you can get them online. Wawak has them. Lots of places have them.
I wonder if Joanne's has them. Well,
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. What's the millimeter on that?
18.
Thank you.
It's the smallest one I've ever found. If anybody has a
Yeah, that's
smaller,
a tiny one.
yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, that looks even better. I'll have to get one of them too. I got the best thing, rotary cutter in a gift basket that I won at our Sewing Guild luncheon. It's an adjustable rotary cutter. If you're doing thin, like regular fabric, you put it on that setting. But if you're going through a couple of, I went through 4 layers of fleece with it. You set it on the deeper setting and it cuts through that way. It's really cool.
That is clever.
Yeah.
Oh,
I never even knew it existed till I won it.
I didn't know that there would be one either.
Yeah, because like cutting polar fleece, it's hard sometimes. It doesn't want to go through, a couple of layers at a time.
Mm-hmm.
We don't wear much of it down here. I make cat pillows out of it. It's too, now, like this morning, it was beautiful. It was like the low 60s. It's supposed to reach 80 today.
That's perfect for me.
Hey, does any of this bunch use indie patterns at all?
I never even heard of them.
What
INDY.
do you use, Dara?
I have several from Closet Core, which used to be called Closet Case.
Okay.
Trying to think what else, because they're not laying here right now.
Yeah.
I just have various ones. The Fabric Corner Me has like 5 or 6 different brands in stock, and then they rotate and they'll get somebody else's. So I've done Deer and Doe, which I didn't care for.
Are they better or same, or what are they instruction wise?
Instruction wise, it's a crapshoot.
Okay.
You get what you get. Some people are really good at writing their instructions and some people are not so good at that.
Okay, yeah.
Same thing for the sizing. Some of them, like if you luck out and that person is shaped like you, and then you're happy as a clam. And like Louise Cutting has her cutting line design brand. They're all way too tall for me, way too big. The design details are all wrong. And
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
the one like, the one out of California, Linda Lee, Sewing Workshop. Her designs are for somebody tall and thin.
Linda Lee, really?
Yeah, I think so from what I've seen, because there are a lot of, like this, one of the members of our sewing guild is an accomplished seamstress, and she's tall and got a great shape, and she wears her stuff beautifully. But if you're about 5'10", stuff looks fabulous on you, even if it is boxy and weird. But at 4'9",
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
another one I really like is Style Arc. I love how their patterns go together. They're very well done. Like the drafting is well done. So like when it meets, it meets. Like
yeah,
it's
that's
all
the
perfect like that.
Australian company, right?
Yeah, but again, the fitting is very iffy for me. It's not my natural layout of size and shape. So I have to do a lot of fitting to them.
I
Okay.
made that jean jacket from Style Art, and I didn't really like the shape of it because it was too fitted in the waist, and I'm better with a less waist fit.
I had a hard time finding Style Arc. That was a
Really?
problem. Yeah, right now, I mean, you can't go in and just go Style Arc.
You can get them on Amazon, which is the easiest way to get them because the shipping winds up to be way cheaper. If you
Okay.
order them direct from, if you order a paper pattern direct from Style Arc, the shipping is expensive because they're coming from Australia, I think.
And all the stuff from there is expensive. We used to get
Yeah.
videos from there, and it's sky
I'm
high.
trying.
But if you don't want to print your own, a lot of them are PDF only. If you don't want to print your own patterns, the easiest way to do independent patterns, and you get a lot of information, is to go to patternreview.com
Yeah.
and go to their pattern section, and they have like, I don't know, 20 maybe different ones. They have ones that only come in PDF. They have ones that come in print and PDF. And then they have a printing option now. So you just pay them a couple dollars more and it comes printed. You don't have to do the whole tape together. It comes large format printed.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, where did you go to get that again? I missed the
Pattern review.
Oh, go to Pattern Review and get it that way? Okay.
Yeah. Go through their shop through them and see what they have, and you'll have a lot of variety there.
Another place is the Fold line.
I
They
saw that
used-
a lot.
They did a lot of, used to do a lot of reviews and stuff, and they still do, but now they're selling the patterns, and they have, you can kind of go in and sort, like, you want a dress with such, certain details, and you can really do a nice sort with their stuff. And then they also sell them both PDF and electronic if it's available. I mean, hard copy or PDF if it's available.
That was definitely out there a lot, the Fold line.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So tomorrow, 11 o'clock is dresses. And then Thursday, we're making the ironing board organizer. And then Friday is we're back with regular sew and tell. Okay.
All right.
All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.